Greetings, Comrade Supreme Commander-in-Chief.
Comrade Supreme Commander-in-Chief. Today at 11:15, the Strategic Missile Forces conducted the launch of the latest heavy liquid intercontinental ballistic missile, Sarmat. The launch was successful. The launch objective was accomplished. The results of the tests confirmed the correctness of the design and technological solutions, and the feasibility of the missile system's specified characteristics. The ground-based strategic missile complex with an intercontinental ballistic missile, Sarmat, is being developed to replace the Soviet-made Voevoda complex. In terms of combat capabilities, Sarmat surpasses its predecessor, particularly in range, throw weight, readiness for launch, and the use of countermeasures that ensure the guaranteed overcoming of existing and prospective missile defense systems. The development of the complex is being carried out by joint stock company State Rocket Center, named after academician Makeyev, in cooperation with the industry. The positive results of the Sarmat missile complex launch will allow us to deploy the first missile regiment armed with this missile complex in the Uzhur unit of the Krasnoyarsk territory by the end of the current year. The deployment of launchers with the Sarmat missile complex will significantly enhance the combat capabilities of the ground grouping of strategic nuclear forces in ensuring the defeat of targets and solving strategic deterrence tasks. The task set for this launch has been completed. We will continue to perform tasks related to putting it on combat duty. Report finished.
Yeah, it's meant to be a deterrent. The fact that, and I think it's meant to cool, what I would say, cool the jets of war-aspiring leadership, particularly from the United States, or especially the UK that constantly wants to have this bickering session with the Russians and go to war with them, as we're now seeing being demonstrated constantly. UK has absolutely nothing comparable to this and has absolutely no defenses to it. And the fact that the UK constantly wants to get Europe involved in a war with Russia, which has been going on for almost 300 years now. It's getting a little stale and a little old, and it's got to stop. Their empire is gone, and as I like to tell people, the UK is no larger than the size of the state of Indiana. So they just need to learn to get along and not want to be taking on the Russians all the time, because they'll get annihilated. But this is meant to be a deterrent, and I think it's meant to tell Europe, don't try. They don't even, in terms of Europe, you don't even need what is also called the Satan II. This missile, the Sarmat, is called the Satan II, named after a previous missile system, and you don't even need it for Europe, because the hypersonics that exist now in the Russian inventory, they can reach London within 8 minutes. That's incredible. So, but the fact that it's intercontinental and then has the avant-garde systems that can carry a multiple number of those in its multiple warhead. This is a very heavy ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. So it is capable of then launching each one individually and then guiding them to different targets using that avant-garde hypersonic glide capability. And that really makes it such an offensive system that that there is no defense. Whether it's the Chinese or the Americans, certainly not the British. Going on around the world in an almost uncontrolled fashion, that there are limits to what other countries can do. This missile is very impressive, and once operational, it'll defeat any defense system that we know. The fact that it can do not only over the north but also the south poles is very important, especially when it comes to the United States. See, most of the U.S. defense systems are aimed toward the north. Look at Greenland. That's what Trump is all hyped up about with any incoming from Russia over the Greenland area. But the fact that this missile can go around and South Pole and enter the southern portion of the United States, which is much more vulnerable, suggests that the U.S. has no defense to this, and also that this missile has, even though it's merged or multiple warheads up to 15, it can carry that avant-garde glide missile, hypersonic glide missile, which makes it, which can be maneuvered. So there's no defense that I know of that exists today to that type of missile. So